waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And they'll send Williams in motion right. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Josh Palmer with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chargers need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 18. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Maybe the threat of Russell Wilson running the football there and him handing it off opened a little bit of a lane.
It does, and what also helps, his unselfishness. Because he's not a quarterback who's going to take it every time and pull it from the running back and keep it. He will hand it inside when the reads are correct.
Play action. Now Wilson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. The Broncos at 12-4 now on the year. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Now it's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. On the return, Carter. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to make this a two-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Here's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. K.J. Hamler deep for the Broncos. And now a high kick trying to pin them back. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy.
And a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. The 20.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Play action. It's Wilson. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit.
Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. The drive keeps moving.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 and second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Wilson. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 23 yards, the final tally.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape for the 1st and goal.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Williams again, and this time he'll run into a wall right at the 4-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now they'll empty out the backfield. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Let's go. The Charger drive about to get going. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. His throw incomplete. Well, these two teams, they met up in Denver earlier this season with the Broncos winning that one. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Denver. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. It got his man, complete. A big play there on the catch and run. 84 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Herbert. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Chargers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
36 power.
Wilson. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They go play action now. Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker Kyle Van Noy. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And this one is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now it's Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Second down and 3. Ball on the 7. Again, Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. Touchdown, Chargers. Josh Palmer. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's look double count right here, double count.
There's Wilson to throw. Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it. A huge play there for Denver. 41 yards. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Touch 50, touch 50.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Go.
Williams will try again. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now Wilson going to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Eric Ebron in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. McManus's point after is good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The final shot before the break for Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. Finding room at midfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
Zero. Touch 50, touch 50. Got it.
Play action. Now Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, 2nd half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Hey, zero.
Williams will score. Touchdown, Broncos.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Herbert now.
That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Let's go now.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Randy Gregory in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Another try after the first down sack.
Herbert.
He's airing it out for Williams.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted.
And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
After the interception, here's Wilson.
That's going to be caught by Judy.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well, great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And the Broncos are going to be set up with a first and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
They'll run it with Williams. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
Javonte Williams, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Herbert on 3rd down now. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Welcome back now to Denver. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. They snap it to Herbert. Got a man. It's complete. It's Palmer. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Let's go.
Show a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Baron Browning, the one who brought him down.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw here, Herbert. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That goes for a gain of 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Herbert. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Gerald Everett, an 11-yard touchdown.
And the Chargers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson.
He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okuwebe now.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. Williams can't punch it in on 4th and goal. And it looks like the Chargers are going to win this thing. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And that catch, he just hit number 800 in his NFL career.
And just think, that puts you in top 35 range all time in the NFL in terms of number of catches. One significant guy in that number, Shannon Sharp, who was a tight end. That's big-time play right there.
Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the